To tell us more, let's bring in our London correspondent, Bénédicte Paviot, who is standing by in central London this hour and not too far from Buckingham Palace. Bénédicte, as this big and all-important day approaches, security has been boosted as crowds and world leaders gather where you are. And I understand that the new king and his queen have already been rather busy this Friday.
Indeed, a very, very busy, jam-packed weekend, jam-packed city. Behind me, you have some of the world leaders who are staying in very plush hotels here next to Park Lane. Buckingham Palace, as the crow flies, is about 60 seconds away. But if I was to turn the camera around, and I'm not asking my cameraman to do that right now, you would see a huge traffic jam punctuated regularly by sirens, either, a lot of police, whether they're in vans. There are street closures aplenty. We've just had pouring rain, thunder and lightning. It wasn't very, very frightening, but we have to hope, pray, cross fingers, whatever one does, that will not be the case tomorrow, least of all, whether it's for the processions or the flypast. So the King and the Queen Consort, King Charles III and Camilla, have been out about this morning. At 10 a.m. precisely local time, they arrived at Westminster Abbey for what we are told is their final rehearsal before the big day tomorrow. Of course, we haven't had a coronation in the United Kingdom for 70 years. It was back in 1953. People especially bought TV sets. They were black and white then. It's all changed. And what we've got here in London is a mixture of huge security for the King, the royal family, and world state leaders, including the French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte, who will be arriving here and attending indeed those ceremonies, as all world leaders are also invited this evening to Buckingham Palace to a special reception and dinner. Huge vigilance. And indeed, police drafted from all over the United Kingdom. I've just seen some Welsh police on motorbikes, and I've just been surprised in London Underground, but I understand it's true in train stations as well, a surprise announcement where King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla have recorded a special "Have a good weekend and travel safely" message. That is definitely a first.
Bénédicte, we should just perhaps remind our viewers that not everyone in the UK is ecstatic about this looming big day. A recent poll, of course, found that just 33% of respondents actually care about this coronation. And there are, of course, protests planned in central London where you are for this big day tomorrow.
This is a democratic country. It is fine to celebrate if you wish, fine to not celebrate if you wish. That is the strong message from the British authorities, from the British police, armed forces, who have been drafted in to the United Kingdom. They've been preparing for months for this, not just since the late Queen's death on the 8th of September of last year. It's been years in the planning, as I said, very careful, meticulous rehearsals for this. Now, I went to special Met Police briefing 2 days ago, was lucky enough to go into the Met Police Special Operations Room, and it is very clear, the message to us then and being relayed now publicly to everyone here, whether they are British, foreign, wherever you are from, it is fine to protest, but if you try and interrupt or interfere or impede in any way with either the processions, the comings and going of the army, of the police, anything to do with what is happening tomorrow with the coronation, there will be swift action. You will be dealt with. And another more stark message is be careful, because the armed forces here, the police, everyone is on the alert. Were there to be, and there is no known terrorist threat, but were there to be something could happen. So an incident did happen outside Buckingham Palace 3 days ago. It was dealt with very swiftly. It was non-terror related. It is believed that it was actually a mental health problem. But the point is, come and celebrate, yes. If you want to protest, there are specific places to do so. I understand that some of the anti-monarchists with big signs and T-shirts saying, "Not my king," are going to be in Trafalgar Square. Hopefully, nothing will impede the celebrations, but of course, nothing should impede peaceful protests either.
Bénédicte Paviot in London, thank you very much.